in showing what dynamic development we need to implement in Lithuania. Here are some comments from Economist and Forbes magazine. Good comments. We are very proud that we are receiving such recognition internationally, not always domestically. What is our vision from, let's say, economical point of view? Of course, we see ourselves as Nordic Baltic region, high-tech service hub with a very strong possibilities to have such a result quite soon. You can see some basic information why we are so sure about such a development. Because really we have, first of all, we have very strong IT infrastructure, digital infrastructure. We have really very well educated people, and some other very important features are allowing us to look into the future in a very confident way. Diamond global leadership in ICT infrastructure. You can see that we have the largest mobile penetration in Europe. Together with Italy, we are Catholics who like to talk. Why it happens? We have really very good quality of internet. We are number 4. It's Cambridge University evaluation. We don't know where is Great Britain, but sorry, next time we shall bring also results about Great Britain. Higher education, which is very important, so we can see some basic numbers, where we are strong in education. Really, language skills are very well developed, and again, I would try to stress the second line. 40% of younger generation have higher education. So we have those numbers are something like 2 times larger than average in Europe, and so that is why we are again very confident about the future. So, and cycling into the future with family values, you see, and radical start of cycling was started last year with major reforms in higher education, development of knowledge infrastructure. We are pushing around 10% of EU structural funds into 2 most advanced high-tech clusters around Vilnius and Kaunas universities. Of course, if they have Silicon Valley, we shall have Sunrise Valley. Sunrise is a name of street. Sunrise Street is exactly where in Vilnius we have university campus, and hunting of foreign direct investment in high-tech industries is one of the major priorities at the moment for us. And we are very happy that during the last 6 months, when we started this targeted hunting of big multinational names to attract them to invest into the future hub of high-tech services. We got Barclays, we got Western Union, we got IBM, we got Thermo Fisher Scientific, which is one of the biggest multinational American companies working in biotech. And that is how things are, from the very start, moving towards our ambitious vision 2030. And the vision will look like this. You will see, in 2030, you will see the Time magazine with such a cover. And on the cover, you will see very simple words. Have you been to Sunrise Valley Vilnius? That will be the destiny for everybody, and thanks a lot. That is how Lithuania will look like in 2030, smart country in a smart region. So thanks a lot.
Wide-ranging speech. We have about half an hour for questions. There are roaming mics, I see. understand, I'm taking batches of 3. The gentleman just there, if you can identify yourself. Yes, you with the purple.
All right. Andrius Kubilius, thank you very much for that enlightening presentation. I actually work for a think tank. We actually wrote a policy on attracting foreign direct investment to small economies like yourself. I'd just like to ask you, as you correctly mentioned, that in the future, according to think tanks, there's going to be a lot of development from the East. How are you trying to attract that foreign direct investment to your economy?
Well, I should say that what we are doing just now, we are going, I should say, with Irish strategy, strategy of Ireland, following in a very similar way what Ireland was doing at the end of the 80s, in the last century. So first of all, of course, Ireland before end of the 80s, we had a very deep economic crisis, and usually you need to have an economic crisis before you start to think in a different way, and you are starting to look for foreign direct investment. And then, of course, what we are doing, we're targeting our efforts, and I personally, with Ministry of Economy, is somewhere here, and with our team, we are going now almost as in political campaign, canvassing, knocking the doors of big multinational companies and saying, here we are, don't make a mistake, come to Lithuania and invest as quickly as possible. And it works. We had a visit to Silicon Valley back in February, and Silicon Valley and New York City, and we met with IBM people in New York City. And in May, during our second visit to the United States, we signed a MOU on IBM creating or establishing research and development labs at global research and development centers in Lithuania. So that is how we are working, and that is how Ireland works. If you read, for example, the story how they managed to attract Intel investment into Ireland, which became the first big multinational company which came into Ireland, and then others started to follow. And such kind of strategy, if you will read it, will look like, I don't know, Western, story almost. It was real number of Intel investment into Ireland. So we are trying to follow the same style. And when we shall have a larger number of multinational companies invested into Lithuania, I think that we shall see that others will follow, going behind them.
Gentleman up there, is in the blue, down, yes, that's that way. No, back one. You said, maybe.
I'm a student, I'm a graduate student here at the LSE, and I'm going to graduate in a few months. And I think like my colleagues, we're just few of us here, like 5 students or something. And we have like a big dilemma now. We're thinking, shall we go back home or shall we stay here? And like my specific question is, what is your government doing to attract us? Do you have any schemes for us? Or like to come back, because I feel like the LSE Career Service, the UK is doing more for us to stay here, So that's it.
Well, my answer is very simple. You can, my young and very smart and very tall advisor, Nicholas Mayovkis, who showed himself in his home. So he spent 4 years here in London City, working in the city in the banking sector. And he came back and became my advisor. So if you want to become my advisor, please come back.
Mr. Prime Minister, thank you very much for your, I appreciate your candor and your vision. It's quite inspirational. You didn't spend much time about the short-term ways in which you're going to carry your vision. In 6 months'